views and opinions of this program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Kingdom podcast. The show might include strong images and language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
This episode of the Kingdom podcast is brought to you by the BUNK Collective.
It's scary to even think about this show. Through hell or high water amidst the variety of challenges, and after 8 years of doing what we do best, one thing united us all. One show ruled them all. When you played the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
Wait a second. I think you got the wrong kingdom. Do you even know what happens on the show?
I was not prepared for that story that you're about to tell.
Are they the inevitable next nations group?
Not when they're handled by JYPE.
When a boy group idol is seen with like a girl group idol, a lot of people like suddenly here like dating, and then fan sites are gonna start closing down.
Yeah.
You know, all those stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand why.
Interacting with 60 different countries around the globe and listened to by thousands from the Philippine archipelago, The Voice is back for Season 2. Fearless, better, stronger, and boy does he enjoy the grind.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, let me sit on that. Like, OMG, no, stop.
We talk about what other K-pop shows are fucking afraid to talk about.
People will get invested only to know that they will disband. Because, everyone gets old at some point and they can't always be an idol.
Just because you love someone, that's not how they grow, right?
That's right.
You need to give it to them straight. You need to be honest.
From personal matters to all the juicy stuff, no holds barred.
They're like, oh, I don't trust multis because I don't
Unfollow.
Okay, muted. Got you.
Broadcasting live from Manila, Philippines at the TKP Studios. This is the revelation that is the Kingdom Podcast, Season 2, with your host, the baddest SOB in K-pop podcasting history, the king himself, The Voice, DJ Yuuki.
I just finished Glee. And
Oh my god! I'm on season 4 of Glee.
Oh, did you just started watching it?
I just started watching it this year, but when I was in high school, I heard about it. I learned some songs, but I just started watching it in its entirety this year. And season 4 is making me reminisce about high school, and when I went to college for the first time, it was like, oh shit, it really felt this way.
Is it making you cry by any chance?
Yeah, I mean, I've cried a few times.
Oh man,
Yeah.
You gotta wait till season 5 then.
I know that part. I know that episode. Season 5,
So,
episode 3.
4? I think? Or 3? Yeah,
2,
I
3,
think 3 or 4. Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. So, I just finished Glee for the first time in 10 years. Back in 2011 or 2012, I started watching Glee I incessantly watching Glee, and I wasn't the type where, you know how we K-pop fans are, where most of us, or like 50-50 of us are like, ayoko muna panoorin yung drama kasi mabibitin ako. Like, I wanted to end first and then just binge watch the whole season. No, I didn't do that shit with Glee. Like, back then, I was so addicted, I had to watch it every week on Jack TV.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
it was insane. Like, I'm kind of like the loser back in high school, and then I feel like joining the Glee Club, which I did back in high school, made me feel like, tangina, yeah, I feel like so empowered with this show, freaking A. And we have like the the addition of the LGBTQ community there, which is super cool, and I just love it. I love the series, and the songs kind of dropped, don't you think, you guys? Like at one point in season 6, kind of.
I don't know. I can't speak for season 6.
Oh, right. Fair enough, Aila. Leif, Michy, have you watched it? Like
I can't
the
speak
entirety?
for Glee entirely, but I am fully aware of their takes of the songs being chart toppers at one point.
Yeah.
I did not know the season 6. So if I do not know the songs in the season 6, then it means to me they are going downhill from there.
It kind of did. Glee has that
Yeah.
20 plus episodes per season going on back then, and then their last season had 12.
It's the Ryan Murphy curse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it really? Is Ryan Murphy that bad? I mean, he did do Glee.
There's a lot of shows. I love American Horror Story. Like, I dig.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the thing with Ryan, he has a lot of commitment issues. He cannot finish Scream Queens. I took it personally.
I
Oh my God, I love Scream Queens.
What separates American Horror Story is that it's an anthology series, so he doesn't have to follow
That's
up.
fair.
Unlike Glee, that it's super long, and at some point you have to. It's starting to get dragging.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
I talked to this with my friend Jerfy. He's from Cinephiles in Bunk too, and he said that Ryan Murphy has this curse, if you call it that way, that the story starts up really good, like it's really promising, and then it kind of dwindles down in the middle or at the end. It depends on.
Yeah, there's a slump, you plateau at one point. It's like super, and then
Scream Queens talaga.
That's what I felt in season 4. Like, God, I miss seeing the original cast in high school. And now that they're in college, I'm like, oh my God, why is this making me feel real emotions? I'm supposed to escape from my life. Why am I feeling emotions?
Hey, one sec, Aila. Aren't you in K-pop? Aren't you into K-pop? We all know that. We're all familiar with that kind of emotion. So here's your favorite group. Oh, look, someone leaves. What the fuck? What's happening here? Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for appearing. Welcome back to the Kingdom Podcast Season 2, brought to you by Anchor.fm. This is basically all of the episodes will be available on your favorite social media / podcast platforms. You can listen to them there. And boy, oh boy, I am really excited because to all the listeners of this pod, I wanted to tell you guys the good news. We are now under the umbrella of BUNK Collective. It is such an honor and a privilege to join these group of talented, awesome people that just really helps out. Behind the scenes, a lot of the people there, Burn, VP, they've been really helping me out. Neil as well. They've been really helping me out, like behind the scenes, catching me up on stuff. And just prior to recording this episode, the podcast is now on the homepage of Bunk PH. So I'm just super excited. I feel very passionate about this, and I'm not gonna stop. Like I said, we're on our second season, and definitely more to come. But the reason I'm more excited is because we have 3 of the talented guest hosts of, Bunk Philippines. They have their own respective podcasts under the umbrella, but I think one of them has like 10 or more podcasts in it. So we're gonna talk to them. We're gonna talk to them first. But let me introduce you to the bunch. Please welcome on the show for the first time and hopefully not last. This is the Shippers, Leif, and the titas of the Kimbop show, Michy and Aila. How are you guys?
Hello.
So they say that 95% of the people in Bump are K-pop fans. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. Can attest to it.
You shit me not.
No shit.
No.
Just
I love it. Good shit. So
because in this era, K-pop is so widespread. Like, it's everywhere. It's like everyone I meet is a K-pop fan one way or another. The others are longtime K-pop fans. The others are new to K-pop. Even my mother's boyfriend. No, wrong. Even my boyfriend's mom is now a K-pop.
Wait, hold the phone. What? Your
Even
boyfriend's
my
mom.
boyfriend's
Okay,
mom
cool.
is a K-pop fan. Yeah.
Wow, really? That's interesting.
We can add that they are. Even my boss, he doesn't know the culture of K-pop, but he told me during my job interview that he is also listening to K-pop casually. So with that in mind, parang, K-pop is just like pop music right now na parang everyone can listen to it. So at this point, anyone at BGC can listen to K-pop. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay.
Wow, look at this. Michy, are you living in BGC or are you working in BGC?
I work in BGC.
Look at that. Wala na natira for lunch break.
It's my dream!
Wow.
It is
God
not
bless the
cheap at all.
canteens.
Oh, man.
True.
BGC.
Baon-baon lang. Ganun lang yan.
Pre-pandemic, I would imagine like just working in BGC would be horrible. Like when it comes to your budget.
Not so much
nagbabaon
for
lang
me.
ako.
Not
Because
so much
I
for you.
had some canteens na I can purchase food from those like 50 to 70 pesos.
Oh, that's
one
not
meal.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nagbabaon
You just have
talaga
to
ako.
search for it.
Right. You have to walk.
Yeah,
Is this the
exactly.
certain canteen sa likod ng SM Aura? I know certain canteen sa likod ng SM.
No, not that one. Kasi
Are
nandun
you?
ako sa may Kalayaan.
Okay, the other
Guys, all
side.
#South.
Yes.
Oh, I'm from
a
the
North
north.
girl.
Oh yeah, tita na ng North
I'm
girl.
a North girl, but I worked there for 4 years. So
Mm.
I
Quezon
know that-
City, born and raised.
Yeah.
#North.
North.
This is actually the first time I'm recording an episode that has a video aspect to it. So I'm seeing all of you guys. You all look like we're all at home, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
obviously.
Leif has been busy. He just got home. Kinda. Like an hour or two ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We're not gonna talk about that. But anyway, I want to talk to you. Let's start with Leif first. Leif, I know you're part of BUNK and you're part of The Shippers.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the podcast that you're doing?
All right. So actually, the Shippers started as a reaction video channel for YouTube from VP, Rai, A, and Kevin. But they decided that the video aspect is not flying, so they recorded a podcast, and it grew from there. I was not initially part of the podcast, but I was listening to them because I was really into BL or Boy Love. That was really booming last year, late last year, yeah. And then I was a fan specifically of one ship or love team, if you call it, yung Tae-New, Tae-Tawan and New Titipum. And they had this episode kasi we do a special episode which we like to call Sink or Sail, wherein we judge a specific love team if they will sink or lubog na sila, or they will sail or go ahead.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
And that specific...
That would get a lot of K-pop hate.
Exactly. I was thinking about it nga, na parang if we do it right now with this kind of
no, I don't give a shit. Like, we can do it all the time. Putang ina.
And then they did it with Tae-New.
Redacted lubog.
Oo, they did it with Tae-New, tapos nilubog nila. So yung mga fans ng Tae-New talagang inatake yung podcast. Like they were not listening.
Fuck you, shippers, you don't know.
They didn't listen to the whole episode. Parang they just
Please,
listened.
nag-apology letter ba kayo?
Ay, sila hindi. Kasi you know what?
Never do that.
You know what?
Never do that.
Because of
I've been doing this for 8 fucking years. I've gotten a lot of hate. Never apologize to what you said unless it's totally wrong.
Well, totoo naman.
Pero like, if it's upon your opinion, why would you apologize for your opinion?
Exactly.
Sabagay.
At saka ang maganda
Exactly.
doon, because of the parang quote-unquote hate train of that certain fandom's love team, we actually ended up trending number 15. I think the peak was
That's
12
awesome.
or 15 in the Philippines.
We gotta do a lot of hate shit here, guys. Wait, let me rewrite the show.
You know what they say? When you start to get hate mail or when you start to get
That's
hate
when you
mail,
make
that's
it.
when you know you're famous.
Yes, that's when you made it. Like when you start talking to organizers with like concerts, and then what the hell's your problem? Stop sabotaging the concert. It's like, I'm not sabotaging the concert. I'm just pointing out your flaws.
Exactly.
That's when you made it.
So yun, then after that, I joined them. Parang kasi I was tweeting them, parang quote-unquote defending, but not really defending. Parang I was just pointing out that what they said is True. I mean, that's the reality of the whole love team. Kasi parang medyo shitty yung ganap dun sa love team na yun. So, wala talagang mangyayari. And then, parang they said na parang, we actually like your thoughts. Parang, why don't you join us? So, yun. Parang after nun, I recorded one episode and then, ayun na, parang ang dami ko ng podcast.
Can I just say, the intro of The Shippers is like super, super cool.
Oh, okay. Yung ano ba yan?
Yung isa-isa kayong nagko-comment ng kung sino kayo.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is super witty. I love it.
Yeah.
I might steal it.
Alam mo, go ahead. We also stole it sa isang online show of two drag queens, Katya and Trixie. Yung So we just copied that same format, but we put our own twist on it. So you definitely
look, if it works, it works. You know,
copy it.
Unless you patent it, you know, like. I'm stealing everything. Okay. So, thanks, Leif. And I want to talk to the titas of the Kimbop show. Actually, you guys, Michy and Aila, I know you. Not personally, obviously. But, like, my friends from Spill the Soju, like a different podcast, like, they guest all the time on the podcast. And I've heard a lot of things about you. And I was trying to look for podcasts. You know, actually... You guys are the reason why I joined BUNK. I didn't know. I didn't tell you guys, but you guys are the reason why. Because I saw that. Oh my God, they're under BUNK. Let me try and research about BUNK, and then I tried to do the research, and then, wow, it's such a tight knit community, and I feel like they're gonna really help us out when it comes to making the show bigger. And I was just really excited, so I contacted the email of BUNK and. Lo and behold, like freaking A, we're here. So that's all thanks to you, titas.
Congrats.
Gusto mo ba daw ng photo card nila? Magbibigay sila ng photo card.
Yes. Can you have it signed to Dustin? Keep rocking. Ganun. So I don't want to call you titas because I feel we're like in the same age bracket. So that would make me a tito and shit. I don't want. So
we're actually reclaiming it nga eh. Kasi we've been called titas on Stan Twitter. So like fuck this shit. We're gonna reclaim the titas calling na.
Yeah.
I feel
they
like
say K-pop fans who are older than 20 are like, why are you even in K-pop?
Bitch, we funded your babes' full Prada outfit. Like, shut up.
I don't know if I'm gonna be offended by that. If you're like more than 20, why are you still into K-pop? Like, screw you.
Yeah,
we got money to buy stuff.
Like
you got no
exactly.
shit.
Exactly.
Their babes can wear Prada because of us. Yun na yun.
So, Aila, Michy, tell us all about the Kimbop show. How did it start?
Michy, go.
Okay. So it was a passion project from Z. She's on a hiatus, by the way. There was one time na we became friends nung January, and then on the holiday on June, I don't know how to put it nicely, but it's on a good day of June. She DM'd me and parang, hey, can we do a podcast about and I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. And we conceptualized it, and we thought that we can do a podcast about anything K-pop or anything Korean that caters to the Filipino audiences. Kasi when we checked, wala pa tong yung Kimbop, wala pa yung Spill the Soju. The only K-pop podcast that we've known of is based on America, or I think outside of the Philippines. So we decided to launch the Kimbop show. And long story short, we did it. We got the topics inspired from Stan Twitter and from the recent issues and recent the K-pop calendar or the K-drama calendar landscape. And in the middle of October, we decided we're gonna get Aila. We got Aila because minsan when things are heating up on Stan Twitter before Aila, parang Aila is making a lot of sense when it comes to her opinions. So I was like, okay,
may
we should get Aila. Oh naman! Kasi sobrang deep na alam ni Aila, natutuwa ako. Parang, hey, we should get Aila. And there, from July until now, Kimbop is still here because, ang bilis natin ng fast pace ng K-pop. Right now, we're on a hiatus kasi as much as we consume K-pop from time to time, pagod na kami sa live.
Dami nangyayari.
Ang dami nangyayari sa live after no last upload namin. So, pasensya na, guys. I'm so sorry.
Let's not call it hiatus. Let's call it a season break. How's that?
We haven't
for sure.
For sure. Pero yun, syempre, we're being transparent naman with how us hosts feel about things. And yeah, much love to Spill the Soju kasi it's because of, not only because of us, but also because of shows like us, like Spill the Soju. And syempre, yung Kingdom Come. I am so amazed at how the K-pop community here in PH has been booming like crazy.
I mean, back then when we started the podcast stint, yung K-pop, it was such a niche market. Like, it was very specific. It wasn't really that broad. And then here comes, the big groups just representing themselves and like debuting groups that are really just super talented and just carrying basically the landscape of K-pop right now, which we'll kind of talk about later on.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be for everyone. It's still gonna be a K-pop podcast. It's not gonna be just all about BUNK, but since I'm kind of like an advocate when it comes to starting your own podcast, I wanted to talk to these people that have been under the umbrella of BUNK and get to know BUNK a little better, so that people that have podcasts or are wanting to start one, may consider joining, the umbrella that is the BUNK Collective. And I wanted to talk to you guys since you've been here for a while. Let's talk about BUNK, shall we? What is BUNK? This is also for me. So it's like I don't want the we are BUNK Collective. I don't want that ad. Like, you don't have to do that. It's like, in your own words, what is BUNK? Obviously, we're not the #1 podcast network, right? Because we're a community. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
So I want to get to know BUNK a little bit better. So anyone want to take the stage?
Yeah. BUNK Collective is a network of podcasts. Like, we're all of different backgrounds. Some are even from other countries, like from the US.
Yeah.
And basically, we just want a platform where we can share our podcasts, where we can support one another in producing our own podcasts, and also help shows collaborate with one another, like this one. Like the Kingdom podcast is enlisting or like seeking guests from other bunkmates, and this happens a lot in the BUNK Collective. Like, for example, it's astrology. There was a time they involved a lot of bunkmates. They tried to read us, our zodiac signs.
Our natal charts.
Also, you're a Scorpio rising. What does that mean? Ganto ka ba? Mga ganon.
What is a Scorpio rising?
They will tell you.
Pang-usapan.
That's awesome.
Tayin mo na lang yung chance. But yeah, basically there's a lot of room for collaboration within the collective, and we learn about one another. And of course, our shows have each of our own different focus, like K-pop, culture, language, storytelling, education, and
there's even ASMR, which is insane.
Yeah. And they all Korean ASMR.
That's super cool.
We just try to help one another, and we try to boost each other's platforms so that we can maximize our presence and we can have a safe space where we can talk about our interests.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And everyone has been very welcoming. I can say that for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when I contacted you guys, well, basically I didn't really contact you. I posted on the yellow chat, right? And then like, that was VP's idea. Oh, you want guests? Like, just post dun sa group chat natin. It's like, hey, anyone want to guess? Hey, me, I'm here. It's like, shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. The culture is like that.
when it comes to podcasting, and for the people who want to start doing podcasts, one of the most difficult things that you will go through is finding guests. And like for the longest time, I started hosting on my own, right? And then at one point it was live, and I was like hosting to two people, one of them being me. So, I kind of started with that back in 2012, maybe 2013, and then how long have we gone when it comes to the K-pop market? And one of the most difficult things is like just really finding guests. And there's something about hosting on your own that I like, but I totally hate it now. That's why whenever I host like an episode, I definitely need to have someone with me, regardless if it's like one of my usual co-hosts or new guests. Pero kasi that exchange, that banter, because not all the time you're gonna get in line with each other, right? And I love that about podcasting, is that you have a medium with no governing body. You can just do whatever you want to say, or whatever you want to do, and say what you want to say. And it's just really fun to do this. And that's why I would like to, I'm advocating on starting your own podcast, and maybe, starting it with Bunk. Friggin' A. Good stuff. It really, you guys have been really welcoming. It's insane. And like the promotion is there, and I love it. I gained followers just by that one post last night. So, things like that, which I'm really excited to do moving forward. And since the Kimbop show is now on a season break, sometimes pag kailangan ng co-host, I might just contact you guys and hey, let's go. I have topics here. Are you available? Let's do this. So, things like that, which I'm just really excited. But let's hear from Leif here. Leif, can I say this? I can edit it out. But can I say you're part of the admin group of
Oh well, yeah. Actually, I was one of a part of the few people who actually envisioned how Bunk is gonna be.
That's awesome.
Like, because we started as shows from a different network, and then we kind of felt that it was not something for us. Like, the network is not something for us because we're pressured to put out.
What network is this?
Give me name. Shut up.
We can. I mean, Jesus Christ. Who's gonna stop us?
Tsaka, makikita naman ng mga tao kung saan yung past network namin. But anyway, so yeah.
Okay.
It was starting to.
Does it rhyme with PNA?
No. It's
no.
May karayom siyang TV news network.
Ah, dude, I have no idea. Can you DM, like, can you just chat it here just so that I have a better idea?
Pwedeng after na lang.
I just type it.
Okay, just type it. It's. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah.
This is so shady, pero okay.
So like, we don't have any problems actually with the network itself. Pero the problem is parang because of the matrices, because of the data, there was this pressure to parang put out content na in a way we don't feel it's something that we would produce kung hindi ganun yung expected sa amin. So parang we came up with this idea na parang how about we start our own group, and we don't call it a network, na parang wala siyang pressure. Like, it's just a group of podcast and podcast hosts na parang we help each other, we provide kung ano yung services that a network would usually provide, but it's not you're not expecting something in return. It's not a business model. In a way, and it's just yun nga, parang you're just cultivating a community for others na mag-flourish yung creativity. Kasi like for us ngayon sa Bunk, wala kaming like monthly check-ins na, oh, how's your show doing? Gaano karami yung nakikinig sa show nyo ngayon? Ang amin lang is your show continuing, or do you need help? Meron ba kayong, like, we have podcast na ayan, may on break, like, do you need help ba? Do you want new hosts, or do you want to come up with a new podcast entirely. Meron din kaming ganung setup. And we want to help then yung mga new podcast din kasi it's intimidating na parang pagkakasimula mo pala na uy, ang dami nang magkakakilalang podcast. And what we want is parang we want to welcome other podcasts din. Parang yan, yung Kingdom. The other podcast din, yung mga solo podcast na welcome namin. We want you to feel comfortable na makishare ng ideas with others. Kasi we believe na pag nagpapalit tayo ng ideas and all, ang dami nangyayari dun sa show. Like, ito yung mga collaboration shows. Ang dami na po-produce na great ideas, great content. And yun yung gusto namin sa BUNK Collective.
That's awesome, you guys. Friggin'. And yeah, I can definitely vouch for that. Like, they don't really check on you when it comes to, bakit gantong shows lang yung ginawa mo? Bakit ito gantong number of episodes lang? Like, I can totally vouch for that. I've been here for one day and I already feel the difference, and it's insane. I'm just really looking forward to it, and thank you guys for guesting here. We're not done. We're gonna go on our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the K-pop goodness for you guys. These are all K-pop fans, don't forget. They're podcasters with their different shows, but at the end of the day, we're all fans, and you might want to stick around and listen to what we're going to talk about, because boy, oh boy, it might just break the internet. So go away, we'll be right back.
Hey everyone, Mo Twister here. Just as long as my guy Yuuki here is talking about Jenny Kim, then I'm all over this podcast. You're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
Hey podcasters. Podcasting has become a staple when it comes to new things to try, especially here in the Philippines. Check all of them out on your podcast players like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We also hope you can donate to the show for as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account. You can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. We want to get as much content out there as possible, and a small amount like this would definitely help us out to keep the show going. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Nag-uulat mula sa shore na kasing pretty ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest.
And diving deep into the cool waters.
Of BLs and GLs.
And every kind of love there is.
We are The Shippers. Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love stories.
And update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you. Let's go.
Hey you. Doing this podcast thing for years now, I've always been an advocate to start your own podcast. Regardless if you talk about K-pop, science, news, politics, showbiz, start doing it because podcasting is growing very quickly, not just in the Philippines, but also worldwide. There's a whole lot of new shows out there, and we as podcasters need to stay informed in order to stay relevant. The best way to do that is with data, numbers, and analytics. Something to keep track of how you're doing. And the best way to get it all in one place is Podmetrics, your one-stop shop for all your podcast data needs. Podmetrics combines data from Anchor, Spotify, Chartable, Facebook Live, and YouTube in order to show you the real picture of how your show is doing. And when you know your show, you can grow your show. The best part is it's absolutely free. Sign up now at podmetrics.co. That's podmetrics.co. And don't forget to use the referral code TheKingdomPodcast. No spaces. Podmetrics, the only analytics you'll ever need for your podcast.
You are listening to the Kingdom Podcast. All our episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and on Anchor.fm. Your weekly dose of K-pop is now back.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is basically the time where I invite you to support the podcast by going to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. You can donate as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account to help us keep the show going on, and obviously with the help of BUNK Philippines, we'll definitely do that. So please, if you got anything like that and want to help the podcast a little bit, you can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. You're still with Yuuki here with the titas of the Kimbop show, Michy and Aila, and of course the Shippers' own Leif on the pod. And now we're gonna go through the K-pop goodness. When I was writing this show, I know you titas are pretty old when it comes to the scene, right? Like myself. Like myself, I'm not ashamed. I'm on my late 20s, No, it's not that I'm not ashamed, but fuck, I'm on my late 20s, And like at one point, my mom was asking me, "You're still into K-pop?" It's like, dude, it's not a phase. Come on.
We in this life, bro.
Yeah, we in this for life.
In this shit for life.
West Side represent. But
Alright.
I know Leif here. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're kind of new, right?
Well, yeah, I've known K-pop since high school, but I fell down the rabbit hole, the deep rabbit hole, just last year.
We
Last
played a
year.
role in that.
Oh man, why did you do that to yourself?
I have no idea. Actually, nag-start lang yun. Parang, I just wanna know the names of Blackpink. Kasi nakikita ko yung Blackpink lagi. Tapos parang sabi ko lang, sige, I wanna know kung sino yung members. Tapos wala na.
Nalito ka ba? Nalito ka rin ba?
Sa Blackpink, hindi.
Kasi that's the usual... Oh, okay. Because on the usual side, like when you start standing K-pop, right? And then let's say you stand like a big group like Girls' Generation.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, puta, sino to? Magkakamukha si Yuri, si Sohyun, tsaka si Yuna. At one point, you're gonna be very...
Racist.
Very confused. And Taeyeon back then was Taeyeon, it's like kind of weird. So, no, don't get me wrong, I'm a So1. Like, no hate on SNSD. They're my first group. They're probably still my bias group. So, it's like, I'm glad that with 4 members, hindi ka nalito because 2NE1 was shit for me. Like, I couldn't remember any of their names but bukod sa Sandara.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Well.
That in or out kind of grinds on you, You can't really forget that song. So, it's like, now you're pretty new. You've just been here last year. It's like, how is it for you so far? Have you listened to a lot of groups? Because I know that the titas have listened to like tens and thousands of songs already from different groups. So I want to ask you, Leif, specifically.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you listen to right now? Do you listen to old songs as well?
Yes. So actually, diba, I started with Blackpink. Tapos parang I delved into BTS. The pre-US debut BTS. And then...
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. So, I'm also listening to others. Tapos na-discover ko nga yung discography ng Girls' Generation. So...
That's awesome. So, you've listened to like all of their songs pre-debut pa, or rather pag-debut nila.
Yes.
Like all of the old songs, right? You're not those wannabe fake fans na sinasabi na Permission to Dance na pinakinggan nila. I'm super big fan. Wow, what the fuck?
No.
Oh, why are you laughing? What's with the faces? What's with the faces?
I remember so many people, but like it's fine, whatever.
Oh, we can name some of them, Shout out to you, Ollie London. Okay, so why are you so surprised, guys? Controversial podcast. Here we are.
Deserve the man. So.
Deserve the man. It's like no one can really question the determination of Ollie London when it comes to being a Korean. Good shit. Okay, so sorry guys. Baka culture shock sa inyo to. It's like we do this on a normal basis. So yeah, you'll get used to it now that we're under one umbrella. It's like at one point ganyan na rin kayo sa Kimbop show. Can't wait. So you've listened to the discographies back then. I wanted to ask you because you're the new one here. So the topic for right now is which K-pop group in the old days, first gen, second gen, even third gen, because we're currently in the fourth gen. Does the landscape totally need right now? Kind of boring in the K-pop industry right now, don't you think? Like with news, not the releases or whatnot, but just with like what's currently happening. Probably because there's a pandemic going on. Probably because there are not a lot of concerts and whatnot. It's like I wanted to ask you guys, like, in the old days, it was really exciting. Still very toxic. Don't get me wrong, but it's a bit more exciting back then. So I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think we need right now as far as groups go?
Go guys.
Aila, your face is like, It's like, I apologize. Please, you'll not get in trouble with this. I'm gonna take all the flack for this episode.
Pwede naman my apology notes letter is already ready naman.
Fuck that. Aila, how say you? Like, do you have like anyone in mind?
Like from second gen, I want to bring back. I think, well, Hyobi and Daso made
Sistar 20,
comeback,
right?
as a duo. Pero, I really miss Sistar as four. So, kapag
Me too.
lumalabas na sila, when they release their music in summer, it's like you finally know it's fucking summer. Like,
That's
dude,
right.
it's here. And all of their songs are bops. Like, it was really nice because when Sistar became famous, I think it was during a time when sexy concepts were not really in. When they were, like, cute concepts were really popular among girls. Sexy concepts were kind of like controversial. But, Sistar were among those groups who helped change that game. They became summer queens. And,
That's right. Yep.
I really miss their songs and I really miss how they welcomed summer. And I think I would be happier, I would be happier and more.
So you think it'll be a more exciting landscape if Sistar were still there?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. We just talked about this on our previous episode. I think Sistar has one of the best names in K-pop, and like what you said, all of their concepts are really bops. A lot of them, especially on their end days, were summer related, right? Which is not totally bad. You're an aging group, like more than 7 years, and like one comeback per year is like totally fine. If the comeback is like "Touch My Body," freaking "I Swear," those are really good songs. Iconic.
Very iconic.
Plus, I'm pretty sure a lot of fanboys back then started being K-pop fans after they watched Maboy.
Yeah, exactly. They were like,
Hey, Twitter
who
also.
are these? Yeah.
Who is Bora?
Who
The
is she?
rapper?
Yeah, it's like they would definitely Google something like that. Like, who is Bora?
Yeah. Who is
Oh
Bora?
shit, this is Bora. Freaking A, I'm now a fan.
Yeah.
All downhill from there. So Sistar for you, Aila, do you think?
I also have two groups that I want to bring back.
Cool.
They're not from first or second gen, but from third, semi-fourth gen.
Okay. This is
IOI and X1. Oh my god. I want to focus on IOI because, I felt like they had their time cut short. And they had so much chemistry. They were the first produced group, so they were really revolutionary in that respect. And
yes.
It's nice that most of them are thriving in their careers now, but I feel like some of them have not gotten that kind of exposure that they would have gotten if IOI continued even
That's
more.
right.
And they had so much potential. And I feel like their group was shorter. I mean, compared to X1. I feel like their time as a group was shorter than the others. I'm not sure. And X1, of course, because I was into that shit. I advocated for Hangirl to win. That shit was my life in 2019. Like, the guy I wanted to be part of the group was like in
Cut off?
top. No, he became part of the group, but before that, his ascend into the top was really slow. I even thought he wasn't going to make it. So when they announced the winners, I was with my friends that time. When they announced the winners, I was fucking drunk because I would not go through that anxiety sober. So it was a really intense experience for me. And when he got in, I fucking cried. And, I was really happy about the group. At first, it seemed like a weird combination because you have these manly guys like Hangul, and then you have these cute boys, and like, how are they going to make it? And then when they debuted, it actually worked. And I feel like, they would have been really, really famous and they would have achieved a lot of great things if not for that controversy, which, I'm still kind of bitter and pissed off about that. Like, I don't watch Girls Planet because I don't want to be invested in that again. I don't watch that. I don't want to be invested in someone and then have to say goodbye. And I actually prepared that X1 is gonna disband one day, but I didn't expect it to be that soon. Like, it was so abrupt. They only had a debut. They didn't have any comeback. I didn't even receive my fan kit, bitch. Yeah, so it was like really premature for them and for the fans. Like, we invested in so much for them, and I'm sure that the boys were really sad about this, but I feel like they didn't have their time, and their respective groups are doing well, but not that well, in my opinion.
Well, I can't comment much on X1 because I barely know them. But when it comes to IOI, and I totally agree with you. Not only were they promising, but I talked about this on previous episodes back then. Like, if ever that IOI didn't disband, I'm pretty sure that they're the Nation's Girl Group. Pretty damn sure.
That's true.
Pretty sure. It's like Twice who, Itzy who, like freaking A. Like, for sure. And don't get me wrong, like, I stand these groups, but IOI was just very ahead of their time. They were a very talented group, and obviously they came from Produce, which is sort of a variety a survival show. So you gotta work your ass off, even like publicly, to get to where you are right now. And yeah, I mean, if they didn't disband, we wouldn't get the spectacle that is Chungha and Somi. Don't get me wrong, and a lot of them debuted with other groups as well, right? And but then it's like I kept on looking at their stages and how they produce their songs and how they dance, they sing, and it was just something else. And I'm pretty sure they're dominating right now if ever that they didn't disband. Like, Nation's Girl Group, hands down.
Nomu is still fucking here. Like, it's still
I hate
above.
that song.
Why?
Do you listen?
JYP.
Do you guys have ears? Namu 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 namu. It's namu no. It's namu 19,000 times.
No, the only issue I have with Nomu Nomu is that JYP is in it. JYP. That's the issue. Yeah.
But I actually liked it.
I liked Waterman. I loved Waterman. I know they're now, they're deducted na nung time na yon, but
I'm so sad that Sejong is not in that song. But oh my God, Chongha and Waterman.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I love that song. I think IOI definitely needs to come back to a certain extent. No, I need them to come back as a group. Obviously, Somi and Chungha are bigger than IOI now as a group, right? Yeah. Obviously. But we gotta have them. Like, that would shake the landscape for sure. So, man, Sistar, IOI, definitely in the list for sure. X1 as well. Friggin' A. Good stuff. Let's go to Leif. Leif, I know you're kind of new, but, you've listened to a lot of songs. Who do we need right now?
Ako siguro not specific sa group, but I want the same tension nung nag-aaway yung mga fans ng Girls' Generation at 21. Diba? Kasi that
dude, I was there.
It's lackluster.
I was there. It was bad. Look, it's not as brutal as today, with BTS, Blackpink fans, with the Blinks and the EXOs and the... It's not as bad as right now, but it was horrible back then too. I mean...
Yeah.
Wow. Because, when it comes to the girl group, and I feel like this has always been the recurring theme when it comes to girl groups, even back then, it's that the competition is really high.
Yes.
Not I'm saying that the competition in boy groups are low when it comes to the standards or whatnot, but it's like, for example, like BTS, right? I mean, it's such a huge group, just way out of proportions already, that I can't imagine any other boy group catching up. Unlike the girl group scene, where you have the likes of Twice, you have ITZY, you have Luna, Mamamoo. It's like, they're really, like, the competition is right there. They're all producing good songs. And I just can't say the same when it comes to the boy groups. So, the tension I get why you want it back because it's kind of boring now, you know? There's really nothing going on. It's just the same groups, you know? You need more hate when it comes to other groups. But no, I get what you mean. Like the tension, I guess like that comes with the competition as well, you know? Mama still kind of like the biggest year-ender thing. And the contest, you know, it's a contest. It's an award show, you know? So those awards really still mean definitely a lot when it comes to that. And I feel like, Leif, you just have to wait a couple of months and I'm pretty sure that it'll come back. But then again, because 2NE1 and SNSD aren't really coming back. Well, SNSD just did that show. Yeah. CL just came back. So there is still hope, you know? Probably when they come back, you know, the fans that are now 30, 40 years old will be coming back, and it's like instead of like streaming on YouTube, we'll just purchase albums instead, you know, because that's how it is now. You know, we're kind of old, but man, that 2NE1 SNSD war, like the So1 Blackjack war. You know, they called us Asowans.
Oh yeah. It's that guy. I remember that big 2NE. Big blackjack.
Is this Kenneth?
Yeah,
Quinto?
yeah.
I made that guy cry.
Period. He deserved it.
Oh my god.
I made that guy cry. I was like,
period.
He's a horrible blackjack.
He's
a black sheep, I think, is what
He's a black sheep.
Yeah.
The anti-SNSD na blackjack are called black sheep. Ooh. Jesus Christ. I tried to enter the group of the black sheep. It's so toxic.
Made that guy cry. I made him quit social media at one point.
Deserve. You did the right thing. Deserve.
He's a horrible person. Look, I thought at one point, you know, I kind of there's this the podcast is famous for being infamous back then, and I thought I was the most horrible person you can possibly meet when it comes to K-pop. But at the end of the day, Yuuki and Dustin are, you know, different people. Yuuki is this character I play. It's not role playing or whatnot, but it's where Yuuki is very opinionated on a lot of stuff when it comes to K-pop, and Dustin is just like, you know, this casual fan wanting to listen to K-pop. That's it. Pero like I went on full on Yuuki mode with that guy because he was just horrible, and I thought I was bad. But he was just horrible, making my friends cry, making them question their choices when it comes to standing K-pop in general and SNSD. It's insane.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he kind of is an asshole. Aila, do you know that guy?
Yuuki?
No, not Yuuki.
No.
That's me. Kenneth Quinto. Kenneth Quinto.
No, I don't think so.
You should research him. Yeah, he kind of looks like a troll. So.
No, you don't fuck with Kenneth Quinto because, you know.
Yeah, he has that kind of image. Like, you just don't fuck with Kenneth Quinto because he'll rip you apart. And
or don't fuck with anyone in front of Kenneth Quinto. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He's like the Ollie London of 2012, you know? He's kind of like a simp.
Oh my god.
Without the surgery or anything.
Without the surgery, because he still looks like shit. So, yeah. That's
okay,
the guy.
I found his profile now.
Oh, you found him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a troll, right? You don't have to answer that.
He's a toxic blackjack.
Very toxic guy. Very toxic.
Like, he encourages the Pinoy blackjacks to downplay SNSD as much as they can.
He was like doing like the Black Ocean 2.0 all over again.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Leif, you should definitely research him. I believe that you don't know this guy, but like you gotta check him out.
I'm checking him now.
I did not know that you know him, but you know, it's like a thing in PH So1 sphere. I don't know.
He was bad. He was bad.
He was
horrible.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Sana masarap ulam mo mamaya. Sana hindi ka nasasamid ngayon.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Leif, if you want that kind of excitement, just browse on his profile. Should be fine.
Oh my god, anti-trans pa siya. What the fuck?
Oh,
my gosh, no.
Isn't he gay though? Isn't he
about
gay?
Transgender women in Miss You.
No!
Saan daw lulugar yung mga naturally born women?
Hindi sa Miss You. No shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, kasi hindi siya naturally born na tao, guys. So, you know, you just have to point that out. He came from a horse. So, Oh man, this is horrible.
Anyway.
Yeah, speaking of Miss You, friggin' A, that was a really cool thing, like seeing that the first trans woman.
Miss Spain?
Yeah, Miss Spain. Friggin' A. She looks
I love
beautiful,
her.
might I
Yeah.
add. She looks stunning. My God. Okay, let's go to one of the oldies, Michy. Let's go to the Lola, Michy, because you're the one who knows these people, and it's like I feel old. But then, like when I met you and you're commenting about these stuff, and now you know Mr. KQ from down south, like friggin' A, good stuff. Like
good times, man.
Good times, right? So who do we need back?
Who do we need?
Kind of boring right now, don't you think?
Yeah, actually, I cannot control the decision power of 21 because Sandara just recently got out of the YG contract.
That's right. Yeah, she just signed with a different agency, right?
It's their choice naman if they want to come back, but Jesus Christ, we need 21 right now. No, but well, it's not the group I'm gonna mention. It's not on the first and second. I'm gonna say na lang sa groups, sa generations na yun, the culture. But when it comes to the group, I'd have to say Kristen.
Oh my God.
Because, Aila, Aila knew Kristen. Because Kristen, the two members from Kristen are part of IOI at one point, right?
That's right.
They only had 2 comebacks. And then I've heard some members can also produce songs just like their seniors, like 17 and US. But they are so short-lived because the management is just so questionable. And they have
this hates women.
And the thing kasi with Pledis that they are so they're just
Pristin,
nothing.
Isn't Pristin in Pledis? No.
Yeah,
Promise 9.
They used to be. Promise 9 is now in Pledis.
Oh my God! Good luck.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
What I'm saying is that the thing with Pledis girl groups is that they're just gonna do nothing unless someone has a say on it. But then when it comes to boy groups, they are actively listening to the boy groups' decisions if it matches their agenda, the company's agenda.
Yes.
I know. I remember na. When it comes to the old gens, we need after school back.
Oh my God,
I mean,
yes.
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We deserve after school because they made drums happen. They made pole dancing happen in K-pop, even though it's, I don't know, controversial.
I just recently found out that their fan club or fandom name are Playboys and Playgirls.
Oh.
Yes.
That is horrible. I don't like it.
They just got it from their track 1 of their debut single. So
look, we need after school back for sure. I mean,
I know. Diba, parang recently they guested in a TV
MMCG.
show.
Yeah.
Tapos they played some of their old hits. I was like, oh my God, I was so nostalgic.
We had a breakdown.
I loved after school so much. Bigla na lang nawala. Tangina kasi ng playlist.
they vanished after the first love, yung pole dancing concept, and I was waiting for more and more, and then I've learned
that's twice.
The members
more.
And then I've learned that the members slowly decided to not renew with Pledis anymore. And I was like,
kasi walang ganap eh.
Walang ganap when it comes to girl groups talaga. Pero, ayun nga, it's so sad lang na after school had a lot more potential, especially with the graduation concept. Sila yung they made the graduation concept happen there. Pero, I don't know, Pledis and women, it's not a good look. When you have Pledis and when you have women, it's a disaster. So, for your circle for Promise 9, sana magtagal kayo. Don't follow the way Pledis has treated after school in Pristin. Just don't. Pristin talaga, so sayang. They had a lot more potential, but kasi they only had 2 comebacks, and I don't know. It's the management talaga. And then there's some weird backstory going on within the members that
yung kay Aila.
I don't. It's still a big mystery why they disbanded. Can we also add G-Friend in here?
Yes, please. Oh my God, I'm gonna say it. Fuck Hybe.
Talaga. Fuck hype talaga.
I don't
Can you
like...
imagine the irony? Can you imagine the irony? Disbanding G-Friend and then you're gonna debut a new girl group under Source Music?
I was even at one point praising Hybe for what they're doing with G-Friend because at one point they were doing a lot of good stuff for G-Friend. Produced a lot of good songs when they transferred to them. And I was just Mago,
Apple.
right? Apple. Wow. Great songs, better music videos. It's insane. So I was just really looking forward to what they can produce because BTS, super huge, super massive, right? And then now they're under that umbrella and it's insane what, like, it just lengths to what they can do. And then, out of the blue, it's like, what the fuck happened here?
Right? Right?
Diba? They just dip out of nowhere.
But it's like, it does not make sense. I wonder what went on behind the scenes. But it was so shocking. It was such an emotional moment for so many buddies. And I miss them so much because, you know, they had really great music. Plus, their latest hits were really nice because they started to explore more genres. So I was really looking forward to more. But then, bye.
Bye. Here's a refund for the membership. You'll get it in reverse cash, not in PayPal money.
God.
Speaking of refunds, I just want to give a shout out to CaveCon. We watched the Mamamoo concert on Twitch, even when we purchased CaveCon tickets for $35. Shout out to you. So, you guys suck. Fuck you. And we want our money back. All right. I am stressing out with how Leif is, like, his facial expressions whenever I say something. And like Aila and myself, I don't think Aila, you and me, we're not the careful kind, you know?
Yeah.
I think Michy and Leif here are just. It's like, Leif, I know you're part of the admin group. I want to apologize in advance if I haven't told everyone that. It's like we may have that sort of demeanor when it comes to this podcast.
No, it's okay. I'm just changing my brand.
Bunk, I love you guys.
Live, love, laugh era.
I'm so sorry in advance.
Live,
Okay.
love era.
So, we have the disclaimer prior to the show, so yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so look, we have G-Friend. Totally agree with you. You know, I feel that, and it might be biased, and my point on this is that, you know, obviously I want Girls' Generation to come back, right? But here's the catch: there's twice. You know? And I feel like the Carbon Cup, like, that's just SNSD 2.0. No hate on Twice. Love them to death. But, look, just saying,
Blame
you know?
it on JYP, dude.
No, I'm not even blaming it on JYP. Look, I actually applaud him. You know why? Because someone perfected the girl group formula.
Yeah.
And now he's just capitalizing on that. Why not? If it's not broken, why fix it?
Exactly.
So, look, I'm all into it. And I don't even know. It's their 7th year next year. Probably most of them won't resign. Just saying. So,
don't manifest it.
2022 is when their contracts end.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, surprise, surprise. Look what
Stay
happened to
strong,
SNSD.
Stay strong, Ties.
So, I don't know. Like, you know, obviously they have their own names. I would love SNSD to come back, obviously. I think they're what the platform needs right now. But there's already Twice, and I gotta agree with you, Aila. Sistar. I think people right now need to watch Sistar. The new generation don't know of them that much, probably at all. Thank you. They probably, sorry, I had my girlfriend timpla me coffee.
Oh, sana all.
I was like, hi, favor naman. It's like, weh. So, can you make me coffee? It's like, I'm just
Help all.
So, yeah. So, you know, I'm just really into Sistar, and now with Dasom and Hyorin, coming back with the song that makes my hopes up. But I gotta put another one in there. I gotta put Girls' Day there.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Leif.
Yes.
You gotta listen to Girls' Day.
Have you tried their music?
I think Leif
Which
knows.
one do you like more, sexy or cute?
Sexy, obviously,
They have
dude.
No, I
Sexy.
mean kay Leif.
Okay.
Like, what does he want to see?
I think,
Kasi Girls' Day has
I
both.
think, kasama to sa sa agenda nyo sa akin. Parang one time napakinggan ko na sila.
Taka, sasend ko na.
Leif. They're an amazing, amazing group. They produce really good songs. They're all stunningly beautiful. And at the same time, my bias is like 35 years old.
Si Sojin? Ay, sama ba?
Emo. Sojin Emo. Yes, it's Sojin.
Sojin Emo.
No, yeah, because that's what they call her, and she embraced it. It's like you guys. It's like the Kimbop show, you know? They call you titas, you embraced it. That's Sojin.
Oh, yeah. I know them.
Leif,
Kasama nga to sa...
you have to. They're an amazing group, and they're amazing in variety shows. They're the best in variety shows.
And vocals din. I can attest to Miss President.
Female president was like
A female president.
Oh, that was so insane.
You know that how Miss President is insane that when Little Mix released a Korean remix of one of their singles, the Korean netizens were like, "Oh, this sounds like female president." I'm like, "Oh, I know. They're correct, kind of, but not really." It's the Little Mix's debut single. They made a Korean lyrics out of it, and then when Korean
yes, I've heard of it.
I forgot
Yes,
the title.
because my girlfriend is a big
Wings.
Little Mix fan.
Wings.
So-
Yun, Wings.
Wings solo debut song of Little Mix that has the Korean thing, right? Yeah. And I was even asking them like, sino yung nagko-Korean? Bakit nila translate? Sila yan. It's like, you shit me not. Like, yeah, that's really them. Oh, wow, that's so cool. So, you know, there's that point of comparison with Little Mix that they're like, Mamamoo is like the Little Mix of South Korea. You know that? Like, all of them
Yeah.
tremendous singers. Leif, have you listened to Mamamoo?
Yes.
Awesome group, right? Best vocal group right now.
And performance-wise.
Now that there's OT3.
OT3!
Look, I'm a Wien bias, right? Mamamoo is my bias group right now.
Okay.
Like, and I feel like, you know, you'll get there, you'll probably get there if you're like a young fan, but if you're an old fan, I think you have I don't want to say responsibility, but you have the right to like insult your group.
Well,
because
true.
at the end of the day, we all know that you love them so much.
Actually, yeah.
You know, at one point, I was like defending SNSD and everyone's like, OT8? OT8, wala na si Jessica. It's like, oo nga, tama, OT8, wala na si Jessica, putang ina nyo.
This hurts me as a Jessica bias.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Leif.
Yeah, it's fine.
Leif, Michy here, you called them back then a gorgeous spazzer.
I hated that term. I hate it so much.
What's a gorgeous spazzer?
That is what you call fans of
Of
Jessica.
Jessica.
Gorgeous.
Back then.
I'm just saying, I love Jessica.
I don't know if it's now, if
No.
we have like individual names for like fandoms, like
It's
of individual people.
fan-made. It's fan-made
Yeah,
na lang.
pero SNSD back then, lahat sila meron.
Oh.
Taeyeon has Taeganger. Jessica has gorgeous spazzer. Sunny has Sunshiners.
Oo.
Tiganger nga.
Yung sa Suju.
I don't even know. Like, I love Suju, but man, I don't know their fandom names.
Ako din.
So, like, at one point, Suju was like, I don't know, 28 members, you know? So, I would have known.
Grabe, 13 naman.
At
13
one
or
point, weren't they
15?
like 16?
13
Or 15.
15.
13.
So,
Sorry,
see, right?
yata 15 na sila.
See,
Ewan ko.
exactly, right? 17 has 17 members, you know? Things like that. So, no, I'm kidding. I love 17. Don't get me wrong, you guys. But, it's like, you know, if you think about it, like, it was so horrible. And back then, standing, guys, you know, the cool term you had, it's called spazzing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
What a time.
we were like, I had a group that were like all K-pop fans, and we were like 6 or 7 heterosexual people. It's like we're all dudes, and like we go to gyms, we do jujitsu, we do taekwondo, things like that, right? And we were on bands, and then we just meet up like once a week to transfer files with SNSD on it. We're the 7 guys in fucking SM Megamall's basement that has
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
laptop and like 6 other hard drives. And because only one of us has like fast internet, 25 Mbps. And when I started doing this podcasting thing, I was at 760 kbps. So, like, imagine. And for me to download like a 480 video, like, no, not even 360p video, takes me 5 fucking hours. One video. So you guys are
and
really
then
lucky.
Divided in parts.
Oh,
right?
man. Yeah, exactly. Back then, Leif, variety shows are divided in 5 parts.
English subs, 5 parts for 1 hour. You have to delete it. You have to
Minsan sa
download
Daily
it
Motion
separately.
ka pa
Oh my
magda-download.
God, Daily
Oo, if
Motion.
tinatamad ka na.
You have no idea how lucky fans are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. It
Well,
was really bad.
A
It's like-
struggle. Like you have to battle out
But
with
you
the...
know,
Mm-mm.
sorry.
No,
Something
go,
I
go.
also really want to bring back is the awesomeness of variety shows from before. I mean, it's nice that Going 17 is trying to be creative in its approach, but as a baby, as someone who was an elf in her teenage years, I really digged their variety shows, and that kind of solidified my love for Super Junior.
Hello, baby,
Like-
you're shiny.
Yeah,
Good choice
Hello
too.
Baby with Shiny. What else? Exploration of the Human Body.
Oh.
Suju.
Hello Baby with SNSD too.
Yeah, that one too.
That was a really
There
good
was there was this mockumentary show that Super Junior had. I forgot the name. Horror
Mockumentary.
show Super Junior. I forgot its name, but
Horror Movie Factory?
no,
No,
Mystery
that was
6.
SNSD.
Mystery
Sorry.
6. Mystery
Oh,
6
Mystery
Super
6,
Junior.
yes! Yeah, I know, yeah.
And they even had a movie back then, so I watched all of that, and it was really fun for me because the variety shows were really creative, and Super Junior were really funny. So everything was so funny for me. Like
So-
yung exploration of the human body, ilang beses ko yata inulit.
So Leif, you have an agenda going on, right? So you gotta add those variety shows like in the future.
Actually,
Do you wanna watch Shiny being hetero for a whole season? Do you wanna link me to you?
go.
Oh, man,
I know,
Shiny.
yeah.
I
They're
was-
dating Nunas.
I was
think.
just listening to Heya by Jonghyun last
Oh.
night. Wow, horrible times.
Horrible times.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our last commercial break. Fucking A. This is running really long. So yeah, when we come back, we'll have more of the show. We have the Titas of the Kimbop show, and friggin' A, one of the hosts of the Shippers, which are all available on BUNK Collective. Check them out. The BUNK.com. The BUNKPH.com. Sorry, the BUNKPH.com. So yeah, we're all here under one umbrella. We'll get to it right after this. Don't go away.
Hey, this is Jacques, aka Arcady Blog, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
We are BUNK Collective, and we are podcasts that'll shake the podcast industry. No, wait, that's over-promising. We are BUNK Collective, and we're here to define meaningful storytelling. Nah, doesn't feel right. We are BUNK Collective, and we're here to make meaningful moments. Scratch that. You know what? Let's just say it like it is. We are BUNK Collective, podcasts that came to play.
A bunch of playful and creative people telling our stories on our own terms.
No matter your type of podcast, there's a ton to play with.
And there's a lot more joining the collective real soon.
So press play and play with us.
We're here to give you a good time.
Hey guys, do you use Spotify as your main music or podcast player? On Spotify, you can listen to all your favorite songs or shows, including this. And you can choose over a variety of artists or podcasters for your listening pleasure. So go download Spotify on your smartphones, and in the process, follow us on social media so that you'll know when the show will release a new episode. That's the Kingdom Pod PH on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you there!
This is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
Welcome back to the podcast. You can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Anchor, all in the same name at the Kingdom Pod PH. That's basically where you're gonna find out when we're gonna post a new episode, any form of announcement that we have for you guys. So please check that out at the Kingdom Pod PH for all of that. Plus, we also have our email. I think VP setting it up, so you can now reach us at the Kingdom Pod PH at thebunkph.com.
Yes.
I love it. The perks. The perks. The perks.
The perks, baby.
You're still with me, Yuuki, here with Leif, Michy, and Aila of the BUNK Collective. They have their own respective podcasts. Before we get to our last topic, you want to promote your own podcasts, you guys? Let's start with Leif.
Sure.
With his 5,000 podcasts. Let's do it.
No, you can catch The Shippers on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other podcast platforms. Just go to thebunkph.com/theshippersph, and we are also on social media. So that's the Bunk PH, The Shippers PH everywhere. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Curious Cat kung gusto niyo kaming padala ng death threats.
I love it. Back then I had the S.FM stint. That's where we all talked, you know? It's like,
super fun.
I love it. Yeah, kung gusto yun ng death threats, right there. Ask.fm/whatever. Okay, so, titas. No, I hate calling you titas. Like, I feel like a tito myself. So, Michy, Aila, it's like, where can we find you?
Okay, so we are the Kimbop Show. We talk about everything and anything under the sun. That is anything Korean, K-drama, K-pop, and kalat. So, joke lang. You can listen to our show. Oh, actually, you can listen to our show at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Lahat ng cast, everything is under the bunkph.com/the Kimbop Show. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and Facebook page, all at the Kimbop Show. Facebook page, the Kimbop Show Podcast. And if gusto nyo send lang kami ng legal lawsuit or application for jowa, send it at the Kimbop Show at thebunkph.com. Diba?
Gusto ko yung legal lawsuit. Wait lang. Hindi ata ako handa dun, guys. Please do not send me that.
Joke lang. Don't send me lawsuit. Whatever.
Yeah, death
we can talk it out.
is fine. I'm cool with that. Just not the legal lawsuit. So
we can talk this out. Don't worry.
Yeah. We can talk it out.
Wabait kaming tao.
All right, welcome back to the show, you guys. Last topic for today. Now we've been talking about groups coming back from the graveyard and just wanting to have them be active again. And I've been talking about this all day when it comes to this landscape. Kind of boring right now, right? And the pandemic obviously isn't helping us out, but I appreciate the fact that K-pop has been trying to make content out of staying at home, you know, starting their YouTube channels, because their damn agencies don't get to pay them when it comes to it's like not any content. Like back then, like you get content in the second gen times, like you're really happy kasi sobrang dalang talaga. And I'm really happy that now idols have ventured out of like sticking on solely variety shows to appear and music shows, and just went on YouTube as well to not only talk to people, but of course gain a few bucks along the way, right? So that's super cool. But like, guys, do you think the greatest days of K-pop are now behind us? Wait, let me go first, all right? While you think of like the answer to this. It's a bit a yes and a no for me. Okay, so it's a no because I can confidently say, and I don't know if you're gonna disagree with me on this, and it's like it's totally fine, we can banter about it, we can talk about it, but I feel like the groups right now are more talented than back then. Like I feel that you have to be at a certain standard before you debut, compared to back then where you can hone your craft after debut and be like the awesome group that is who you are today, right? But right now, you have to set, like, there's already a set standard. Probably back then there is. Pero the standards back then were just based on agencies. The standards right now are based on groups. You know? It's like, okay, here's TXT. You have to be as good as BTS. You know, things like that. So it's a no for me. Obviously, like a no because the groups are really talented, but yes because they don't offer as much impact compared to what the groups back then offered. It's like there's not really like a sort of remarkable group in the scene right now. Like probably apart from I don't know BTS, probably you can put Twice there. I don't know ITZY probably. Luna, very underrated. I love them. They're one of the most talented groups out there.
Yes.
Mamamoo, the most underrated group. Like of all of them. Like obviously they're getting their fans right now, pero it took a while. And with like if you're the most like the best performing group in all of K-pop, like you would expect that you would have some sort of like fan base like behind you, but the fan base just isn't enough. So you know, just no one really remarkable. And I don't want to name names, you know. It's like all of them obviously are very talented in their own right. It's just that wala eh. It's like there's no 21, there's no fucking Shinhwa. You know, from Gen 1, there's no SES, there's no Finkel, you know, things like that. Like it's just I can't say bad, but it's kind of slow. So a yes because there's really no one remarkable apart from like a handful, and a no because like it's like they're just really talented compared to back then.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first?
You know, I kind of echo with your opinions there because, as you mentioned, the singing is more polished. The dance
for
moves
sure.
are more polished. So
Apart from some
they
groups.
are. Yeah, but for most of them,
Yeah, for most
you're
of them, yeah.
seeing dance moves that seem impossible if you look from
Yeah.
it from a physics standpoint, but then
That's
you're
right.
like seeing them do that shit. So it's like really amazing.
Mhm.
But I feel like the human element of K-pop is slowly fading. Like, you know, how these groups are manufactured per se. Because they undergo training, years and years of training to become perfect. And I feel like the element of humanity in K-pop is kind of missing for me. Like, you see them performing, but do you feel that they are performing it for the artistry? Because personally, I don't feel that these days from the newer groups. Like back then, you would see, because back then K-pop wasn't that popular, and you're seeing many development in this. You're seeing so much development that went through in the past few years about how should we perfect K-pop, how should we maximize K-pop. And as entertainment industries began to capitalize more on the idea, and as they began to improve on K-pop groups, and as you mentioned earlier, Dustin, you mentioned something about perfecting the group formula. And some groups have done this, like
for sure.
Like, how do you optimize the combination between visuals, vocals, dance, social media presence? How do you maximize that? And some groups have, or some groups are achieving that. But what happens next, right? And where is the human element in all of that? Because I feel like K-pop is too polished, too manufactured. Like there is no room for mistakes. And back then when I was a kid, it was really amazing to see them do all of these dance moves and to see them be perfect, because wow, they're just really handsome. But now that I'm in my 20s, I'm beginning to think about the authenticity of the industry. Like, I mean, the idols themselves are authentic, of course, and they are real people with real emotions, but the way the industry is packaging them is not like that. So I feel like K-pop industries or K-pop entertainment companies should make more room for that, just so we can feel like we are, just so we can feel like we're human, especially during this time where everything seems so bleak and pointless and everything. I feel like the arts should be where we should, you know, grab inspiration and stuff. I just feel like I'm not getting that much from K-pop this time. Yeah.
Didn't we learn anything from Glee, you guys? Arts is a big deal. Okay?
It's a big deal.
No, look, and it's like I just had an epiphany right now. It's like I was listening to you and it's like, are you looking for another podcast to host? It's like I get it now, Michy. It's like why you got her. It's like she is just really
exactly.
She's like so smart when you speak about things. And it's like I was just looking at how you deliver it and like listening to you and wow. I haven't really even thought about that. Yeah. Way too polished right now. Friggin' A. Yeah, kind of like if you think about it, that quote unquote manufacturer term, you know, it's kind of machine like now, right? And and I guess like obviously it's not their fault. I mean, that's the standard if you look into it, and it's like it's just a very, very different time. And you know, don't get me wrong, it's not necessarily horrible, but there is that lacking feel. Because at the end of the day, all of the fans are, you know, human beings. And we want someone to get behind of that is just like us. I think that's kind of like the recurring theme. Not only in K-pop, but like, you know, on shows that you watch, you know? I get behind this guy because I see myself in him. Or I see myself in her.
Yeah, you identify.
So, you know, yeah, you kind of identify yourself in that sense. So, yeah, I get what you mean. But it doesn't really clearly answer the question, like, do you feel that are we still, you know, going through like the greatest times, or are we behind it?
I've thought about this question. It's just that I feel like the hits from second gen are too difficult to match. They're too difficult to beat right now.
That's right. Yeah.
Like Genie, sorry. Like how are you supposed to top that? It's like
it's kind of forgettable now, you know, and that's not a hit on groups, you know. Groups have like really good songs. Like, you know, Twice has had Cheer Up or TT, things like that where you get bops, obviously. But are they as iconic?
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Because you know, the more K-pop has evolved through the years, the more you notice the pattern in music production. Like they're enlisting Swedish producers.
That's right.
And the beats are almost, you know, repetitive, if I may say that.
That's right.
It's like it's the same music over and over and over again. Like when are we going to get innovative? Because when K-pop became more popular, when the Hallyu wave started to boom, we were seeing a new kind of pop, because as the people, or as the, what you call this, leaders or harbingers of K-pop mentioned before, parang it was a combination of European pop with Korean lyrics. So yeah, it was like that. And it was really amazing because the beats were really good. Like sometimes they were, the songs were even better than American pop or Western pop music.
Yeah. That's right.
But at this point, I feel like the songs are too generic. And sometimes they aren't that memorable. Like if you listen to a particular group, for example, they all have the same noisy hits. They all have the same
you don't
beats.
have to drag
they have
Stray
this particular
Kids.
brand. Oh my god, I did not even say the group's
There's
name.
no mention
I did
kasi that kind of music is already being used right now. So,
Yeah.
walang mention ng group dito. Leif, don't assume it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, guys. Like I am biased and have biased groups, but I'm also gonna call them out. I want to be me. You know, kind of it's like I love ITZY to death, but fucking A, it's like, you know, But I get what you mean, but don't you think that the repetitiveness like came way before them? It's like with G G G G baby baby, but kind of have like a different, umph to it.
Yeah, but personally, it doesn't hit me that as much as it did before.
Maybe
That's fair.
you've outgrown that phase. Personally.
I guess, you can think of it
maybe.
that way. Yeah.
But I still listen to K-pop. Like, I still enjoy listening to K-pop when I'm doing things.
Mm-mm.
And
But
I
you
still
don't
watch
follow it
music
as
videos.
much compared to like how you did it back then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but then I feel like because we're podcasters and we report about K-pop, you're kind of like inclined to, to follow the news, And don't get us wrong, we like us because we're kind of old, and I know Leif that you're kind of new, so you're still really into it, and I totally understand. But it's just really different for us now, where it's like we obviously, like, I'm not saying that you guys don't have lives, that you live, but it's like right now with the pandemic obviously hitting us, like, we support the groups that we have like as much as possible if we can, with what we can provide them. But it's not like back then where you look for fucking photo cards because your collection is lacking. And it's like are crying because you didn't get the right photo card that you wanted, things like that, where it's just a very different time now, especially when how we fanboy or fangirl over our groups. And yeah, just going back to what you said, Aila, and what Leif said, which is a really good point. We've kind of like outgrown that phase in us.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean,
we've become honest about this in our
exactly.
podcast,
That's it.
and-
That's the term. We've become honest about it. Like, and I feel that because of the toxicity of the K-pop fandom, like, landscape. And I kept on using landscape because I guess that's the term, but it's like it's very toxic, and a lot of people are really scared. But if you look at forums, which I had like just on my previous episode, we have like I wanted to make this kind of like a segment where I go through different K-pop news like websites and check on their forums, and all of them, if not most of them, have unpopular K-pop opinions. A lot of people are talking about this, but they just don't want the flack. You know?
Yeah, because
should try stand
feedback
Twitter.
gets intense. Yeah, like people will gang on you.
Yeah. And don't worry, you guys, like this podcast right now, right? We're ganging on you, but on your face. So,
up front.
Yeah,
Not
up front.
hypocrites.
Yeah. We're gonna call you shit in your face, so you don't have to worry, We're gonna call your groups shit on your face. So don't get us
And
wrong.
that's on us. And
yeah,
that's on us.
Yeah. But man, it's just look with what you said, Aila. Before we get to Michy and Leif's point, it might be. Yeah, I mean, I think it's done. Look, don't get us wrong.
We will still listen to it.
We'll listen to it. Don't get us wrong, and we're still producing really good songs, really good groups, and I feel that the climb are the greatest days compared to the plateau where we are right now. Kasi K-pop is obviously the big thing now.
Yeah.
So what happens next? Like what you said, Aila, right? What happens next? I think it's been an ongoing formula for like a good 4 or 5 years already. And that we've reached our peak. And I don't know how things are going to get bigger moving forward. We probably need another Psy comeback. I'm just saying, Gangnam Style, Gentlemen, love those songs. Love those songs.
Gentleman.
I love them. Yeah, love those songs. We probably need that kind of impact again, where out of the blue, here comes like an artist or a group of artists producing like such an amazing, catchy song that the whole world can get behind it. And that's probably, if there's going to be a next big thing, that probably needs to be it. but I feel like I need it from someone that's young.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep the ball rolling. Because if you have it from someone like, I don't know, Super Junior or Psy even, or IU, not that they can't do it, obviously, because they can. It's just that it's like they're already known, you know? You need someone out of the blue. No one knew Psy. Don't lie to yourselves. No one knew of him. No one. It's like he's been there. He's been actively promoting for 10, 15 fucking years before he went and did Gangnam Style. And no one even really knew him outside of South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Then here comes...
And then you find his music on Glee. I was like...
Oh, yes, exactly. Right. What a racist number that was, right? Oh, man, I hated it.
That's why I don't watch Glee. They did some questionable mixes.
Tina Cohen Chang singing that song. It's like, Jesus Christ. Horrible.
Hate it.
Hate it. They should have performed like Some Nights. Like there was a point where they performed Some Nights by Fun.
Uh-huh.
And I think that would have been a better fit for sectionals than fucking Gangnam Style. Jesus Christ.
I hate it.
And of course it's the Asian singing it, right?
Yeah.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Burn the trash bin.
Yeah, hate it. Anyway. So yeah, let's get to Michy here. Michy, how say you?
Okay, so to be upfront with you before that question, actually that's a good question because a few days ago there's this thread I've seen on Twitter. I think Leif saw this. Parang, here's a list of 2021 releases.
I was about to say that.
I need your opinion, hit or miss. I was commenting everything doon on my private account. Can I just say that the girl groups can do even better noise music than boy groups. But it does not excuse for anyone to create noise music. I hate it. Again, girl groups can do it better than boy groups when it comes to noise music. I just don't like. I mean, I'm fine with noise music. It's just that why is this certain kind of music being used as a 2021 trend when in reality last year everyone went retro. K-pop, Dua Lipa, Kylie Minogue, they went retro, and I was expecting K-pop to follow the disco retro whatever, but then noise music, spitting, plates clashing, like I hate it so much. It comes to music, I just
example.
alam niyo na yun. But when I look back on my answers, a lot of it are just misses for me. And then there are some releases na hindi nasama sa thread. So this is an injustice for New West's Inside Out. Injustice for that thread. Joke lang. But
Leif, can you link me that? Sorry,
right.
Let me cut you off, Michy. Can you link me that on Zoom right now? I want to see the list.
Si Leif, I think you know this now, diba?
Wait, let me search for it.
It's that list. There's a lot of missing hits in there, but yeah. When it comes to music, I just hate noise. I just hate the current trend na repetitive na noise music and TikTok music, TikTok-ish music. Na producers only make this song a single so that they can make it a TikTok challenge.
Yes.
TikTok friendly, and I hate it so much kasi when you think of TikTok music, you think of Doja Cat, and Doja Cat doesn't even make music for TikTok. She just makes it for Planet Her. So why can't
ayaw na nga niya kantahin yung Say So.
O, diba? O, diba? So, I was thinking,
love that song.
Why can't K-pop just be as organic as before? Is what I'm trying to say. I want that organic feeling na parang they can make whatever they want, fuck the trend, and just release it. Let us eat that up. And they will love it. And kami na bahala if it's gonna be iconic again. Right now, kasi they're just gonna push it to be iconic because of TikTok, the noise music trend nga. And I miss it. I miss... Shut up!
Why? What's wrong with Permission to Dance?
Ay, wait. Ito na ha. Ito na talaga. Sinabi ko to sa private.
I love that song.
Yes, I love that song din. I get the intention. I just hate din yung current tune na Disney music-ish sa K-pop. Disney Channel music-ish. I don't like kasi ayoko talaga. Sobrang forced talaga ng majority of the releases dito. And I want the organic feeling back. Which is so sad kasi in defense of Gangnam Style, whatever how you feel about it, the approach ng Gangnam Style is very shitposty. Yet somehow the reach of it is so organic.
That's right.
Sobrang organic ng reach ng Gangnam Style. Di ba nasa extent na it's becoming like a Guinness World Record at one point?
It is. It still is.
Yeah.
Di ba?
It still is.
It's so organic. It's a fucking shit post of a song, and yet here we are. It's the thing that make the Filipinos love K-pop. Oh yeah, I miss that feeling. So
Wasn't
I guess
it Fantastic Baby though? With Showtime.
No, that's GMA.
Yeah, yan din.
Butchering Fantastic Baby. Every fucking time.
Yeah,
Boom,
yeah,
boom.
ganon. But you know what I
Boom.
mean? We are now at, I don't want to say we're now on hell. I'm gonna say safely now we are on a purgatory. Kasi there are some releases na okay pa. I'm not gonna say it's a hit yet. Give me some time to listen to it years later, and then I'll see if it's still a hit. Ganon in that list. Girl, so
I just I feel that the Disney theme, like BTS started it with Boy with Love, and it's not bad. I don't see it as a bad thing. Like, to be honest,
it's not a bad thing. But
it's not a bad thing.
Repetitive.
But if they're the only ones doing it, but everyone went through it.
Yeah,
it's like everyone's
that's the
doing the
thing.
Disney theme already, which, like, look.
Or it worked with Oompa Oompa. Oompa Oompa.
Okay, yeah, Oompa
supremacy.
Oompa is kind of like
No,
super
okay
cool.
pa
yeah.
eh.
Mm-mm.
Okay pa eh. Umpa-umpa eh.
Mm-mm.
Okay pa eh.
Yeah.
Okay pa umpa-umpa. And another thing na why I think the landscape is a purgatory, the sudden rush of the industry, especially with Hype, going down the monopoly hill. Like, they want to buy the labels, and I hate that. I hate it when I see news na they buy Zico's label. They want to buy, allegedly, SM. That's
Yeah.
so fucking brave of them, by the way.
Yeah, I
Bold
know,
of you
right?
to assume. But yeah, I don't like that agencies like Hive are rushing in whatever the fuck they had so that they can have control of the whole K-pop industry. And I'm so pissed now when I learned that V Live is about to discontinue. I've learned this because I was on my Astro account the other day, and the Arohas who have full commitment to download all the V Live content from there. They have it all downloaded. They just need the English subs to be downloadable. I was like, why is V Live going out? Then I realized they're just gonna discontinue, and Hype is gonna continue whatever they left off with a different company. I was like, no, this is so annoying. Like, I miss that. I'm gonna miss the feeling of being interactive with my idols.
That's right.
And I'm gonna miss the competitive feeling na parang, oh, this idol is live streaming on Instagram, then this idol is live streaming on V Live. Yeah, I really, parang ganon. I just hate.
This is what Aila was talking about earlier. The human feel is kind of missing, and
I'm
now
gonna miss it.
V Live is something that we have as far as content goes, where you see them in their vulnerable form. You know,
Oo.
now what? Not a lot of makeup, like on their pajamas, things like that.
Shirtless.
Pero actually, may mga times sa pag may V-Live sila, nasa harap lang nila yung manager.
Pero may times talaga, it's just their own na naka-underwear daw, allegedly. Shoutout kay Moonbin, naka-brief lang daw. Char!
What?
Oo, naka-brief. Ayun. Pero ayun, there's just two things I think that we are on the purgatory. It's the repetitive choice of music trends, and yun nga, like what Aila said, the human side of it all. And the future, Jesus Christ, we don't know. Kasi K-pop industry is so
Kinda
fucking
bleak.
bad. Hindi nang bleak, mabilis din. Like, di ba nga, like when I mentioned nga yung V-Life, I did not know this until someone did something with Astros V-Live content. That's how fast the news is. So I'm so scared na on what will happen. What's the news? What's the changes we're gonna see from here on out when it comes to everything around it. Whew, I hate adjusting sa totoo lang.
It's like I'm looking at the list, right? And I feel like this year produced better songs compared to last year. Probably even back in 2019. Like I don't know, like, and I know that you're gonna be a bit sketchy on that.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel that I guess like the impact, even comparing it to like under a pandemic, right? Like I feel like the impact is still substantial. Probably it's because of like the people that are behind them. Probably because of how they're being promoted amidst the pandemic. But you know, there are a bunch of good songs there.
There are a lot of good songs. Madaming hits. It's just that it's being overflowing with misses and repetitive trends.
But I feel like it has like more. It had like this year had more hits compared to misses compared to last year that had this amount of hits and this amount of trash. You know?
Yeah. Justice for Inside Out by New West, by the way. Hype, you're a piece of shit. Promote New West more.
Oh my god.
I'm so bitter. I'm not even in love at this point. But Hype, you are a piece of shit. Promote New West more. Anyway.
I love the ballsiness of Hype though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an ARMY or anything. Yeah, I'm a BTS fan. Yeah. But I don't identify as an ARMY. So but
veteran.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I love their ballsiness because they feel like they're really big because they have the biggest group of all time like under their umbrella, right? But for you to allegedly, I'm gonna use that term, allegedly, wanting to buy SM, like, dude, the history that you only have is BTS. Like SM has,
and I said,
like, oh man, come on. It's like,
and I said on Twitter,
group.
SM is not that stupid to sell their company.
Agreed. Look, I hate SM. I hate SM, but
true.
Like,
we all hate SM.
I feel like they're not doing aespa justice, and you know, such a promising group aespa is. But if you produce like I'm the next level, no,
we need more. You gotta utilize that AI shit whatsoever, unless we're gonna drop it.
Dude, it's kind of weird as well. Like that AI shit, having it in hotels allegedly.
No,
kinda sus.
We're not gonna buy it.
It's kinda sus. It's kind of sus. So no, dude, it's horrible. But you know, at one point, like, you know, we talked about this on the previous episode. If you're listening to this, because this is the first episode that we have under BUNK, and I feel like I need to catch everyone up because we're gonna have a lot of people tuning in on this episode, a lot of new people tuning in. So I wanted to point it out where I feel like aespa is such a promising group, but is not doing justice with their songs. You know, at one point, we all knew that when Red Velvet debuted, right? As a point of comparison, we all knew that when Red Velvet debuted, we all knew at one point that SNSD days are numbered, right? And now here comes aespa. We even have the topic, like in the season, we have aespa, and I feel that SM can't survive without Red Velvet.
Actually, it's not SNSD days are numbered because of Red Velvet. FX is also.
Well, we didn't really hear FX, just like SM, right? Fuck
SM.
So you know, FX is, we can't hear FX in the basement, you know. So
this is so sad. This is so sad.
So I can't really say anything about FX. I can definitely say Red Velvet because they really brought the torch and got it from SNSD. And they're now the it girl group when it comes to SM. But aespa, it's like, I even compared them with Red Velvet. You know, did you know that at this point in Red Velvet's career, Red Velvet already produced 3 albums, one of them being a full album. And aespa had what? 3 singles?
One is a Christmas song.
2?
Oh,
Ayan,
what is the Christmas song exactly, right?
Forever ba yun?
Tapos and they released it January.
Yeah. Christmas didn't come early for South Korea. They came like a month late. But like no, dude, don't get me wrong. No hate on aespa. I think they're really promising. They're obviously really talented and so beautiful. But and no. If you're producing Black Mamba in Next Level, those are horrible songs, you guys. Horrible songs. It's like I'm on the next level.
But I like
To be fair, it grew on me.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. You know what's horrible in Next Level? It's the singing part. Not because she's a horrible singer, but because that singing part just didn't jive onto the general groove of the song.
Actually.
Which one? Nevis?
Calling.
Come back.
I just feel that SM's not gonna survive without Red Velvet. You know, Red Velvet is just really, really important right now, especially in in their girl group scene because their boy group scene sucks like balls right now. So, not a lot. No, okay, don't get me wrong. It's like not the groups, their promotions. They're not being promoted properly. Don't get me wrong. I love NCT. I love who's the other group? I get NCT here a lot on the podcast, so don't get me wrong. I don't hate on the group. No, I mean Shiny is still very prominent. So, but I feel like Shiny is being promoted better than NCT. Get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I call SM's boy group scene like shit. Because they have this tremendously talented group, yet they're not being produced or promoted properly.
Exactly.
There's no competition. Like, that's why, SM should have been the competition. It's always been SM as far as boy groups go when it comes to competition. But because of the lack of promotion and production that they put into NCT, that's why BTS is just way out of their league.
Yeah, they're just there, up, chilling. And
Don't get me wrong. I love NCT.
Yeah.
I love the fandom name, one of the best fandom names of all time, NCitizen. I love
exactly.
it. But, man, do their promotions suck. And it's not even their fault. It's never the idol's fault,
It's the poor decisions talaga.
Exactly. Yeah. There's something there. There's something there that needs to be done. Leif, what's your take into all of this? To cap off the show,
as the baby K-pop fan,
baby,
I think the golden days are not yet over. At least for me, kasi nga I just consumed it religiously last year. But what I will say is the present and the future is female. Kasi really, when I look at the list, when I look at the releases for 2021, most of the hits came from girl groups or solo female idols. They're not.
And then bihira na boy groups, diba? Sobrang rare.
Parang when I revisited the list, look at this, Thunderous Stray Kids, fuck that, it's a trash. After School Weekly is a big hit.
Oh yeah! Oh, I love that song.
Even Stacy's ASAP Soti contender.
ASAP?
It's a contender for Soti.
Oh.
Everglow's First had the potential to be the next Psycho, but it was paid to dust.
The better noise music, actually.
Totoo.
Tapos yung mga guy groups na nilista ko, like I don't know, Loser Lover by TXT, medyo stupid but it's a hit.
The only loser I know is from Big Bang.
True. Even EXO's Don't Fight the Feeling is parang sabi ko, this
I
year
don't know
lang
her.
yun.
I forgot about her.
Sakto lang.
Look, I'm okay with that.
Maganda yung Paradise.
Yeah, I'm okay with Don't Fight the Feeling as a comeback song after like almost 2 years of not being like active. I'm super fine with that. It's like we could get it worse,
I forgot about her. But I forgot about her. That's the problem with me. I forgot about her.
True.
Mafia, it grows on you. Mafia in the morning.
Oh,
it grows on you. But like when I listened to it for the first time, guess who?
Yeah.
Horrible. horrible.
I also
and that's my bias.
True.
Ryuji is my bias.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I also listed alcohols twice as alcohol free as miss. Only because
that's a miss.
Only because they were coming from I Can't Stop Me, which I think hindi nila ma-recreate. Super.
That's right. I even said that I Can't Stop Me probably is their best song of all time.
Yes.
I only say na alcohol free is a hit kasi bossa nova and K-pop. It's a rare gem. But yeah, if you're coming from I Can Stop Me, then alcohol free, like
super.
Why?
but
At first, ayoko ng alcohol free, pero it was good. I listened to the whole album. Super ganda ng B-sides.
Yes, B-sides.
B-sides talaga yung pahatak dito.
Luna released Paint the Town.
Town.
What a good song.
Again.
What an amazing song.
The better noise music.
Diba?
What an amazing song.
Girl groups can make better noise music.
Ano yan? War Cry song.
Yeah. I want more Luna, you know? I'm just really into them right now. It's like I want more Luna.
Ano pa yung hit mo, Leif? I'm curious.
Check ko din yung list ngayon.
On the Ground was really good too. Like I felt like On the Ground was really good. Sakto lang for you. It's like I love that song.
Nilagay ko siya as hit, but I know Rose could do a lot better.
For sure. I mean,
yung sound is her
an amazing
Sea
singer.
of Hope performances. That would have been a better Rose comeback.
Did you like Gone more than On the Ground?
No.
Yeah, On the Ground, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a better song. Yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel that still like this year produced more hit songs than Miss compared to last year.
Exactly.
But it doesn't give merit over the amount of horrible.
It doesn't really justify everything. Yung pinaka-okay na boy group, I'm so sorry 17, pero After Midnight talaga ng Astro for me. It's not noise music, don't get me wrong. But I just miss Fresh Boys. That's it.
Did you like Queendom?
Ako, it's a safe hit. It's a safe hit.
It's a safe lang. Carry lang.
I was smiling the whole time when I watched this.
Exactly.
I guess because we've been so comfortable with Red Velvet.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And don't get me wrong, they have shitty songs, at least for me. It's like they have really weird songs, even weirder music videos. But this is not one of them, definitely. And Leif, I get when you say that it's a safe hit because it's just really different whenever they produce songs. And how they recorded it, I don't know if you've watched like the recent video that came out of them recording it.
The behind the scenes.
No autotune.
Yeah.
No autotune. At least when recording, but no autotune, and they're on on point when it comes to the notes and whatnot. See, this is what happens. Shout out to I'm kidding.
Sino siya shout out mo?
Eto na lang.
Anali.
The Boys, Thrill Ride.
Shout out to them.
It's a hit.
Ano
pa ba yung nalagay kong hit dito? Well, yeah, I said na Permission to Dance is their best, I mean, not best, but their least shitful English song.
I guess it's because I don't know, is it because they can speak proper English now compared to the previous
they can't
ones?
speak proper English kasi akala ko nagsa-Spanish sila doon sa
At least in dancing.
first.
Akala ko nga nagko-Korean sila eh.
Ako akala ko yung Spanish rin yung Estefano something. Ko, ano to? Spanish na ba yung ginagawa?
What's their best English song for you guys?
Wala.
For me, it's
Boy with Love.
Aila, oh my God.
Boy with Love?
Your Boy with Love? I'm going with Dynamite.
Siguro Butter.
I don't know. I'm going with Dynamite. Probably because it had the most impact. It's like, yun na yung transition nila from being like a K group to like an international group. Get what I mean?
Still no.
Boy with Love.
I love the banter, you guys. No, that's not a topic. I'm just like I wanted to ask your your take on that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, and what we're seeing right now is like the boy group is just a really stale landscape right now, and I feel like girl groups
comeback is shit.
Sa totoo lang.
Ready to Love.
Stupid hype.
Ano
Charot.
yun?
I know 17 can do better. Their B-sides are good.
Exactly.
Heaven's Cloud
Anyone?
should be the single. Period. As a single.
Kaya nga, kinakabahan ako sa magiging nila comeback.
Kinakabahan ako sa magiging backlash nitong episode na to. No, but like we're just saying it as it is, and like I said, it's our opinion.
It's
so,
our group, so we can bash them.
Yeah, for sure.
I love 17 and I can bash them whenever I want.
That's right. Like we love the groups. Don't get us wrong. We just think that they can do a lot better.
Yeah.
I guess that's the premise of this episode. It's not really bashing the groups per se. Obviously not, because we love the groups. It's just that it's like because we trust them a lot and we know, the extent of their talents, that we know that they can do a lot better. And again, it is not their fault.
Poor decisions were put into this play. And then what? They're just gonna put the AI on 5 seconds? Girl, what a waste.
Calling.
They could have compete with KDA at this point, but I still prefer KDA than aespa.
Look, SM had perfected the girl group formula. They did it.
They did it.
There's no questions there. They perfected it. SNSD probably and still is, the standard, the best girl group out there. And I'm not saying that biasly. It's just that when it comes to relevance and impact, no one, not even close. Probably the closest would be, I don't know, Wonder Girls or 21. And it's not even, like, those are just from 2 respective agencies that were part of the top 3 back then. But it's just very different. And probably they're still, the base standard. Not the standard anymore, because the standard changed, obviously. But the base standard, SNSD, hands down, on the bag. So SM, you perfected it. Even with 9 members. And now, you did FX, we didn't hear them. And then, it's like, no hate on them. I love them. I love their songs. I love the group. But we just didn't hear a lot of FX, and it's such a waste of talent. And then here comes Red Velvet. With 5 members, you lessened it by 4 members coming from SNSD, and still you're being very relevant when it comes to the girl group scene, because Red Velvet is consistently being relevant in the scene. Then you decided to, limit the amount to 4. But why? With 4 members, can you make it work out? You made it work out with 9. And back then, guys, like the youngerlings that are listening to this show right now, back then we didn't have multiple jacket sleeve fucking albums to collect. Imagine if SNSD had 9 different album covers.
They had with I Got the Boy era.
Oh right, yeah, they started it. And then stopped with Mr. because the sales weren't that big. Kasi, that's the real deal, with more members and with more jackets, and now it's a constant thing where you get more covers from individual members, and I don't know, like, SM, you gotta do something with aespa. Such a promising, new group. But we don't see them contending in any sort of capacity compared to the other groups that are debuting or have debuted that are within their wavelength. You can include Luna there. Luna.
And KDA. Even
KDA, which is
about to paint the town.
What a song.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it once. I'm going to say it again. Butterfly by Luna is the best choreographed girl group song of all time.
Correct.
Butterfly by Luna. The greatest. It's just so good. It's just so good. And probably you can add it. I don't know if you guys are dancers. Obviously, I'm not a dancer. I have 2 left feet. No. But a lot of my friends that are dancers, that are cover group members, and etc., some of them part of UP dance troupe and stuff. It's like they appreciate what Luna is doing, and you can probably add it because they have a lot of members, so it's more graceful looking. But with how they do it and how they deliver it, and it's just so good. Luna, such a I gotta see more of Luna.
We need more.
We need more Luna.
Great noise music.
Better noise music.
Best noise music.
Look,
Best noise music.
Look, I don't feel like I feel like Paint the Down obviously is noise music, right?
Yeah.
Pero, their previous releases like Butterfly or Voice or like they weren't really noise per se, right? So I feel like this is Luna going in like the standard right now, but making it work.
Yeah. They made it work. And I think, and in my defense lang siguro, Paint the Town is what I call noise music, not Luna's music in general. Yung Paint the Town lang.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because back then, it's Luna, right? If it's parang, okay, this is a signature or trademark Luna sound. Yeah, right? And then, right, that's right. That's very Luna. So, and then here comes Paint the Town, which is, necessarily going in the standard or joining the standard, but making it work out.
Ayun.
They should take notes.
Guess who? Yes. Naya.
No hate on Itzy. I love Itzy, but
we love Itzy. Women love Itzy, and the gays love Itzy.
Yes, I want Ryujin
they're so
to slap
talented.
me.
It's like Ryujin can probably step on shit
Me.
and then step on my face with my mouth being open, and I'd still feel happy about
I'll
it.
thank
I
her.
still say thank you. I'll thank her.
I love it. All right, so that's the show. Before we go, like, do you have any final thoughts or anything you'd like to promote before we leave?
I guess I'll just promote the BUNK since Kingdom Podcast and all of our podcasts are under the BUNK Collective. So we are a group of podcasters who are crazy. Narinig naman sa episode na to. And you can catch all of our shows at thebunkph.com. And if you are an aspiring podcaster and you want to join the BUNK Collective, you can shoot us a message, and who knows, you might be the next podcast who will be included in the BUNK Collective. Yeah, so
yes, and if you got in, free lumpia for everyone.
Pansol.
I got 3 lumpia.
Pansol, team building.
Pansol team
Pansol.
building.
Pansol.
As a call center agent, we had 2 Pansol team buildings.
Oh,
Just
diba?
wanted to say. I love it. Okay, girls. Anything to promote?
Well, apart from listening to our podcast, we are promoting as well the Kingdom Podcast. No, but announcing lang na we are on a season break. There's a lot going on in our personal lives. We're so sorry about that, but we'll be back very, very soon. Pabanlaw lang kami ng kasalanan na we've been through for the past months. Yun lang naman.
Aila,
Joke lang.
Aila, you're being fuck. You're being very non-verbal right now.
I'm just smiling. So yun nga, parang we will be back in time. We don't know when, but just a reminder that it's okay to rest and take a break.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
take care of your mental health during this time. So yun yung gusto kong i-promote.
Yeah, that's right. My season break ran for 3 months, so you guys are still in good shape, so you don't have to worry. It's like fantastic. You guys are amazing. I'm looking forward to working more with you guys. More guestings, please. I hope we're still friends after this episode.
Sana okay lang yung magiging state ng account mo after this.
No, hey, looking forward to it. Freaking hey, good stuff. But yeah, we'll release this today, and we'll have everything promoted. And I'm just looking forward to, everyone supporting the podcast under BUNK. A lot of good people here in the BUNK Collective. You guys definitely check them out. thebunkph.com. All of everything basically is there. The BUNK PH on all the socials as well. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and I think on Facebook as well, right? The BUNK PH. Yeah. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the website, thebunkph.com. That, you guys, such an honor, a privilege, and thank you so much for joining the chaos. It's a bit different here, so I apologize again.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, I had fun. It's a 2-hour show. What the fuck? So, what happened there? Tang ina.
This
2
is
hours, 7 minutes, and counting. What the hell?
That's
It's insane. It's
Like
insane.
be like that.
Yeah, fucking A. We'll get more episodes for you guys for the Kingdom Podcast Season 2. This is Yuuki, Michy, Aila, and Leif signing off. And yeah, we'll see you again. Bye, guys.
Bye. The Kingdom Podcast is executively produced by The Voice DJ Yuuki and co-engineered by senior producer Jason Aguayo. Special thanks to the Kingdom Podcast creative team. You can like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Anchor at The Kingdom Pod PH. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and any other platforms you use to listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening and see you next time.